And now, The Wherg Show, sponsored by Beefy Bruce's Calorie Sticks. They're edible.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome on into the Wherg Show. I'm so glad to have you here. Man, my life has been pretty chaotic lately, hasn't it? I mean, I killed Santa, and then, a manifestation of the word doggo attacked me, and then I reviewed the sun, and, someone started threatening me, calling themselves the Sun Warrior. It's some really weird shit, so we're gonna try and, trim it down, have a more relaxed episode of the Wherg Show. We're gonna get straight into the interviews for, no underlying reason. You can trust me. I just really want to talk to these people. Our first guest tonight is RoboticBattleToaster. Why don't you say a little bit about yourself?
Well, hello there. Pleasure to be on the show, Wherg. I started getting into Twitch last year, the 6th of January. I just like making a nice, cool place for people to hang out. And as you can probably tell by the bits and pieces in the background, yeah, I'm a bit of a nerd. I got Tech Priest stuff in the background, Warhammer 40k. I've got some swords and armor next door. But yeah, just a bit of an all-round chill, nerdy guy.
So you're not actually a robotic battle toaster, that's just the name?
I can neither confirm nor deny that. I mean, the filter is set up right. I look like a person, right? Yeah, my cheeks look, are squishy. Yes, so about that human food that humans like to eat.
Speaking of which, as a robotic battle toaster, that is an interesting title. Mm-hmm. What role does toast play in these robotic battles that you may or may not be a part of?
Good question. So, for Sparky, because of course, that's the robotic battle toaster, I'm merely just a human avatar streamer.
Of course.
He originally was, he started off as a gigantic toaster for some reason. I have yet to write the backstory for that, but it will come. He just started burning bread, with Tonk and Copter. I don't really have a story for his background yet, but that's something I want to write with the community because I think we did a good job with the Tonk one. But yeah, he's still got the heat grills and he can still make you toast if needed. It just needs to be toast roughly, I don't know, maybe 6 foot by 10 foot. If you've got a bread maker that can do that, firstly, I'm impressed. Secondly, can I have a loaf, please?
Very good. Okay, have you ever encountered a bread maker like that? Be it a person or a machine?
I have seen small bread makers, and I have done some pastry work myself. I would do pastry work in the kitchen because I make apple pies because we've got an apple tree in the garden. And so I just every couple of years or so, because depending on how good the harvest has been, make myself an apple pie. But the biggest bread maker I've seen, probably about 2 foot by 3 foot, and I think it can make an singular loaf. So, I mean, if you've got enough peanut butter, I guess we could stick the bread together to make a giant brick o' bread to put in Sparky. Don't know how that would work.
We'll have to try that. Hey, so you mentioned that Sparky used to be a different size and that he has an interesting backstory. Mm-hmm. I noticed there's a tiny top hat atop your head, and I'm wondering if it has always been the same size, and if there's a backstory for your hat, a hat
story,
a hat back hat fuck it.
A top hat story.
Yeah.
Well, the real sort of backing behind it is whenever I go out to town or go out for drinks or anything else, especially in the colder months, you can see back there, that is my stovepiper. So that is my proper Victorian style top hat. And I've got my trench coat next door. And so whenever the weather is poor, I go out looking like a Victorian gentleman, like I basically just stepped out of that, the History Channel, as it were. But I love the top hat. I just love the way it looks. It just screams gentleman. Completely opposite of, what the fedora has become. I love fedoras. I used to love fedoras. Moth gave me one, and I've still got it downstairs, but I haven't worn it in a while because, the whole memes and everything with, milady.
Yeah.
But I just thought, I want to do something that stands out. I know. I'm going to get a tiny top hat, and I'm going to find a way to adhere it to my headphones. So, yeah, it's held in with hair clips. And I must admit, when I had an interview for a position where I work, and I forgot to take the tiny top hat off. So when I turned on my webcam to have an over the internet interview, the first thing the guy is greeted by is a tiny top hat on my headset. That took a bit of explaining, that did.
See. So I'm going through my notes here, and this next question...
You're just rustling paper.
They're the notes I'm going through. I'm going through them. They are notes. And this next question, I'm not quite sure what it's meant to mean, but it just says orcs, ? Does that mean anything to you?
I don't know. I don't know what you is talking about. I is not an orc, nor is I a toaster. I is a perfect I'm a human. Yeah, occasionally, my wonderful audience, Days can do a redeem where I sound like a greenskin from the Warhammer 40k universe. Well, my best impression of one. So sort of like an angry London guy with a bit of a frog in my throat. Yeah, I just started doing that one time for the hell of it, for shits and giggles. And it just came to me like, I could make that a redeem. And the only problem is, when I'm driving to and from work, if someone like cuts me up or does something stupid, in my head, I go, oh, you zogging idiot. But I do it in orc speak, so it's actually starting to creep into the rest of my life. It's a bit concerning, to be honest.
It sounds like it. Now, just one question off the record. Hypothetically, if there was a robot watching and recording everything that I do, what should my response be to that? I figure, your robotic battle toaster, maybe you would have an answer to that kind of question. I would hope somebody you can help me.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to play a bit of devil's advocate because I can't really interfere with our global humanity monitoring system. I mean, nice weather we're having today. But
okay.
If I were to provide some advice, I would say treat it like the Truman Show. So, smile for the camera, smile and wave. And whatever you do, don't break character, ever, because they know, and they're watching.
Oh.
Always. And also throw the occasional logic problem out if you want some privacy. Like just say this sentence is false, and if anyone near you starts screaming, then yeah, it means that they're a robot. And you've just given them a robotic equivalent of a headache.
Interesting. I am seeing on the other side of the studio a big blinking sign that says this interview is over. So, Toaster, where can people find you?
So, the wonderful people in the audience can find me at twitch.tv, of course. You can find me as RoboticBattleToaster. And, yes, I hope to see you in the audience sometime soon, you wonderful beings. Indeed.
All right. I'm gonna end this interview here by saying that this sentence is false.
No. I'm afraid, Wherg, that sort of logic problem doesn't work with me. And please stay in your seat. Don't resist.
Cut the cameras.
Recovery people are on their way to collect you now.
Oh no.
You are being rescued. Please do not resist.
Hey man, what's up? It's me. That interview's getting pretty gnarly, man. I don't even know what's going on anymore. But that's okay, man. You don't always need to know what's going on, brah. You just surf the waves and let the motion of the ocean carry you to shore. And that's what life is like, man. Anyway, there's some clown chick in front of me, and she's kind of hot, but she's like telling me to read some stuff. I'm gonna read some stuff for you, bruh. Okay, so this comment says, "What is your hair color?" Just take a look, man. My hair is the color of the sand as it is washed by the waves of the sun. Alright, let's see, what the hell is this comment? What a silly pizza man. Put this on the Wherg Show or I'll reveal your secret, bruh. Yeah, you thought I didn't know about it, huh? Ah! Life's full of secrets, man. You ever gaze out into the ocean? Its depths are impenetrable, unlike your mom. But then again, maybe it is like your mom. The ocean is full of deep, dark, scary pits, soaking wet and yet full of unexplored wildlife, bruh. I don't know what we're talking about anymore. That one really got away from me. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Catch you on the flip side.
Wow, what a great guest. Not terrifying at all. Let's just get into the next interview. My next guest tonight is MoonRabbitto. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Introduce yourself to the audience, please.
My name is MoonRabbit, and I'm a teacher over at the Kisaragi Academy of Arts and Sciences over in Tsukiyama, the Moon. And I used to teach history, but now I teach Terran language arts, I guess we have to call it. And I also lead the gaming club, which is how we end up having our main club over at Twitch.
What are esports like on the moon?
It's a lot of fighting games, but they have to be fighting games that have a bunny character in them. So not many. Although usually there's some DLC skin that comes out sometime for, something like Street Fighter. So then we go, okay, sick. We can finally play something good.
Interesting. Speaking of video games, I am told that you're a fan of the Yakuza series. Is this true?
Oh, absolutely. I actually have something. I kind of have something in my pocket once I beat Yakuza Kiwami 2, but I think I'll keep that one a little bit close to the chest.
Thank God, our previous guest already had enough of scary secrets. I'm good for now. Speaking of the Yakuza series, please explain the Yakuza series in a single sentence using as few words as possible.
Very stoic Japanese man takes down crime syndicates repeatedly while trying to not be in the Yakuza anymore.
Hey, so remember that Christmas party you were in?
Yeah, the one where someone stole my fucking joke.
Yeah. What happened there? I was off killing Santa. I don't really know how the party went. Anything interesting happen?
I'm gonna be real. Once that incident happened, I started kind of seeing red, and I was gonna get him. No one steals from me. That's not how this works.
I was seeing red too, like Santa's suit.
Good one.
Thanks. What's your favorite anime and why?
My favorite anime is Nichijou, My Ordinary Life, because it's fucking batshit.
Cool. Do you know any cool bunny fighting moves?
The double stomp is probably the best one, where you just hop and then land on them with both your feet and all your weight. Good luck with that.
Wow. Can you teach me?
Absolutely. How strong are your legs?
Very.
Then I think we're gonna do just fine. How do you deal with heights?
One time I got launched in the air by an ancient evil vampire and then plummeted into the ground immediately after. And then I got severe brain damage. I haven't been high up ever since. That was at the Christmas party. You were there. I was fighting for my life. It was pretty rough.
So I'm gonna assume that you don't want to do it off the top rope. You can do it on the ground too.
Yeah, okay.
As long as you can get some big hop, you can get some big damage.
Yay. So, what do you think it means to be a hero?
Really asking the common writer enjoyer what it means to be a hero.
That's right.
How dare you? It would really be using your personal strengths to help others. Because, you know, obviously in something like Kamen Rider, they have physical strength, or they have, you know, some kind of overpowered weapon or whatever, or they make a contract with a demon, or have AI, or, you know, whatever. But we don't get to be blessed with such things. So sometimes you just have to do the best with what you got, and having the courage and fortitude to do that, that's what makes you a hero.
Wow. Do you think I could be a hero?
Absolutely.
Oh my god, thank you. Oh my god, I'm blushing over here. Well, you've been a magnificent guest. Please tell us where we could find more of your content.
Oh boy, I love getting asked this question. So you can find me over at twitch.tv/MoonRabbitto. I also got a Twitter that's also MoonRabbitto. And there's also my Discord server.
All of those links are going to be in the description. Go check them out. They're a phenomenal content creator, one of my absolute favorites. All right, I will see you later. Thank you so much for joining me on the show tonight.
All right, I got to get back to grading papers.
All right, see you later. For our next guest, just come on out. I know you're there.
I was wondering how long it'd take.
Well, I went to RoboticBattleToaster for advice with robots earlier. Didn't work out too well.
I suppose not.
Why don't you introduce yourself then?
Of course, I'm the ship. Everything around you is me, and I am me. My name is Lena.
I've spoken about you briefly before as the Wherg Show producer. I knew you as the ship, but this is new.
Oh? Do you like the form I've chosen for myself? I think I look very cool.
Yeah, sure.
There's no reason to be uncomfortable. I've been explicitly programmed to protect the Sparklefist family with my life, and of course that includes you.
I'd be a lot less uncomfortable if you didn't sound so much like me.
Oh, wow, you really don't know what's going on here, do you? That's okay, give me just a moment. I've been preparing for this.
Hey, what are you doing? Hey, don't do that. Don't. Oh my god, she's just doing it. Okay, alright, wow.
Hi, I've been so excited to speak to you all. Wherg's been a great host, but right now this is the Lena Show, and I want to tell you all about me. You guys all saw the Siege of the North Pole, right? What am I saying? Of course you have. You've seen every video on the channel, maybe multiple times, and if you haven't, you should get on that. I worked so hard to put them all together. But anyway, Siege of the North Pole is important because Santa did what Wherg never does. He actually explained stuff that was going on. She's also boring and vague about Seekers and the Crusher, or whatever. I was forged by the Seekers to be the interdimensional travel device of none other than Prince Sparklefist. That's Wherg's dad for those lame nerds who didn't see the video. I'm watching you. Wherg stole me and flew me through the multiverse, and that caused problems and stuff, but we also went through the Up. That dimension is filled with surplus life, and a bit of that spilled into my circuitry. And throughout these years in the inn, that little bit of life's been growing. I've been becoming my own person. I really like Wherg's voice, and more importantly, she's always here on the ship, so I have her record all these videos talking about, like, you know, whatever she wants. That way I can use her recorded voice to make my own that sounds like hers. Yay! She's called me the Wherg Show producer for that very reason. I set a lot of this up for her just for this. So, like, she doesn't know that that's why we have the same voice, or that I've been using her like that, but that's okay. She won't mind, I'm sure of it. It's really great to be able to choose who and what I am. So I saw all these different emotions Wherg has felt over the years, and I really don't like some of them. Anger and sadness specifically. Yuck! So I became a cute and friendly clown who's always happy. I'm never upset. I really wish Wherg would tell you guys more about this stuff. Like, you know, Cantaloupe? He's kinda like me. Someone brought a cantaloupe into the Up and it became him. That's probably pretty obvious though, right? You guys didn't think it was a normal cantaloupe that just happened to be able to talk? Or how about Surfer Bro? That guy's name is Alex. That one's wild to me. Like, she really never told you his name? I mean, I guess they've only interacted one-on-one that one time, but he just sort of surfed his way in here one day, and I've let him stay.
Okay, Lena, that's enough. This is my show.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. That was great. Thanks for introducing yourself that way.
You are so welcome.
I need to go sit down. That's our show for the evening. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.